Okay, so back to this one. The mistake I've made, I'm right to there now that I've corrected that to 41, but I haven't corrected it there. So that should be 41x. So this step now, you're looking for, if you multiply the two end numbers together to get 42, you're looking for two numbers that multiply to give 42 and combine to give 41. So the two numbers are 42 and 1. But we need to make negative 41, so it needs to be negative 42 plus 1. So the way that we factorize this then is we rewrite the quadratic, and again hopefully you will have already done some practice on quadratic equations and either use this method or you have a method of your own. So it's 14x squared, and instead of writing the middle term like that, I'm going to write it using these digits. So it's going to be take 42x plus 1x take 3. So the 14x squared is there, the take 3 is there, and I've rewritten this like that. Now what I do is I look for common factor in that part. The common factor would be 14x. Now when I take 14x out, it leaves me x for the first term, and then 14 goes into 42 3 times. So just check, 14x times x is 14x squared, 14x times negative 3 is negative 42x. So that's dealt with that one. Then we do the same with this. Well, the only thing that we can take out of that common is 1. And that will leave us. And what we're looking for is the same terms inside those brackets. So that's equal to 0. That's equal to 0. 1 times x is 1x. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. That means that x negative 3 is a common factor. Sorry, x take 3 is a common factor in both of those terms. So I can take that out, leaving 14x in that bit and plus 1 in that bit. So that's the factorization, which is a horrible one to give you. Last question on the paper, luckily. And then we say either x minus 3 equals 0. My pen is giving up. Which leads to x equals 3. Or 14x plus 1 equals 0, which will give 14x equals negative 1. X equals minus 1 over 14. So those are your two solutions to that horrible question. So that was nasty. Okay, the new maths as far as practicing this chunk of work is that line there, multiplying throughout by the denominators. Everything else you will have practiced elsewhere, but still that was a really horrible question, because that doesn't factorize nicely, and I made a mistake as well, which really screwed things up. So hopefully I haven't confused you too much with that question.